Hello everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much appreciated. So tonight 8:30 Eastern, live from Vegas, we have USA against Canada, Nations League CONCACAF region final. So it's time now to pay Canada back after sending all the smoke to the US. Not happy about the smoke at all. So now it's time to pay them back on the pitch. So the lineup is coming in like 7 minutes from now. Feel free to join us, call us, or comment something, do something, okay? Don't just watch, just be there, be part of the show. That's why I'm here for. So the line being provided for everybody to call. You don't have to talk only about the game. You can talk about transfer news. You can talk about something else, football. So that's what we do here, okay? Missed the laugh, but wait. You say hi. Hi to you. Give me a second to fix everything on the screen. No, that is the Premier League, and let's try to fix everything on the screen, my people. So be there with me. Bear with me, all right? So everything is fixed. So Mr. Just laugh. Hi. And he says that how was the first one in the chat? Oh, you meant like you were the first one in the chat. Okay. That's not the question. How was that? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. If that is just a mistake, a typing mistake or something, I don't know. But nice to see you here. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Okay, so the lineup is going to come out in a few minutes from now. 5 minutes. Probably some people already got the lineup, but I don't know yet. I have to refresh and refresh. Let me know what you think about this game. Who's going to win and why? Who's going to win and why? So while we are waiting for the announcement of the lineup, we can go ahead and talk about football in general. I remember, man, this is just not fair. McKinney is not gonna be there, and also Sergino Dest, but we can find a way to beat them. I remember the shirt from McKinney. Actually, the US national team asked for him to sell. Ask him to sell them that shirt for collection, like to put in the display or something, US Canada, and the torn shirt, and say no, I am not interested on that. I am gonna keep it for my collection. So that shirt one day could just worth a lot of money, you know, could worth a lot of money in the future. So okay, people, so 3 minutes or 4 minutes to go. What we're gonna do here, and another Nation League that was for UEFA part of the world. Croatia actually lost in the final. Another final for Croatia not to win. They are not lucky in finals. What a generation that is going to go just down as the greatest generation without winning any title. is just like a Belgium generation, right? They have great players, but they can't win anything. No silverware. So Croatia, I wanted really them to win for Luka Modric, so he can just leave with something. But it looks like he's still there. He's still kicking, and he might win. But 36, 35, it's getting more and more difficult for Croatia to win anything, right? And Spain, after losing the last time they took penalties, remember? In the World Cup against Morocco, they lost. They don't know how to take penalties. They lose a lot of games by penalties. And Enrique, back then, when he was the manager, he said that they practiced like 1,000 penalties, but in the real game, they couldn't take them. They were horrible taking penalties. So this is going to be interesting. So people, I'm going to be here as long as you want me to be. I'm here for the people. So if I don't see people, if I don't interact with people, people don't ask questions, people don't call, and then I will leave the commentary. I will leave like audio commentary, because this is the only reason I'm here, is just so I can be in touch with people. So they made already, oh my goodness, Spain actually made already shirts saying champions, campione. So I think both teams will make shirt in the final like this. So if you win, you wear the shirt. If you don't win, you burn them. Or I don't know what they do, but I've seen many cases where like people will have tattoo before finals, and in the final they lose and they don't get that trophy, and the tattoo is still there. It's paid a lot of money and very difficult to remove. So the shirt thing is like they will make a, I think that is for like business reason, because you have to start selling them the next morning. So they make those kind of shirts. If it doesn't work out, they burn them, or they just recycle them. So congratulations to Pedri. Pedri actually, I mean, what a player. And also Rodri. Rodri is somebody who just won the treble with Manchester City, and then went to win with his national team. Another trophy. So he got like 3 trophies in one season. This guy is very good. Rodri, man, what a season he's having so far. So yeah, penalties. I mean, people will say this is like a glorified player of the final. Was Rodri again. He was the player of the final in the final of the Champions League. And in the final of the Nations League, also player of the tournament of the match. Wow, that's quite an achievement. What a player, man. Yeah, heartbreaking really for Modric. If you look at it, Modric really deserved to hold that trophy for his nation and just lift the trophy. Always second, third, or fourth, or always around there, but they can't just cross that line. I don't know, man. This is very, very sad. Very, very sad. So let's go and check on the lineup. I think the lineup is already out there from the men national team. Not yet. What the heck? I don't know. But I think it's 7:30, and the game is gonna start like 8:30. So by now, to be honest with you, the lineup's supposed to be out there. Somebody got the lineup, but I just don't know. Let me say USA against Canada. Or do I have to refresh? Do I have to refresh my page before I see? What actually is going on here? Why can't you show me the lineup? All right, people, in the meantime, you can ask a question if you want. Or you can join us. Am I missing something here? I think somebody already got the lineup. I have to double check probably from another window. Let me see. Probably I'm not going to be able to put it on the screen. Am I missing something here? So people, the line being provided there, this is the link for you to call. Oh, no. The lineup is not there yet. I think it's going to be 45. Sorry, this is my mistake. It's not 30. It's not 8:30. It's going to be 8:45. So I think 15 more minutes to go until I got the lineup. So even the timer here is not really good. I think I made a mistake by that. It's 45, huh? Oh man, what am I doing? Oh no, it's 30. It said 30 here. So I'm getting confused myself here, but it's 30. So I was right all this time. But I don't know why the line. Is this really the official US men national team kind of thing? Okay, so let me double check. Let me find another way. Let me find another way here. Boom. I don't get it. Line up. Boom. I don't know, all the websites that I am using now are not updating anything. But anyways. Nobody is updating nothing. Get in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think about the game, or what you think about everything football. Transfer news. Who is going, who is coming, stuff like that. 55 minutes to go until the start of this game, people. I'll be here. I'll be longer if you want me to, if you communicate and you cool. And if nobody is coming, and then we're gonna do audio commentary, huh? All right, let me refreshing even more to see if the lineup is there, but it's not. I don't understand this. Am I missing something here or something? And the game is gonna be on Paramount Plus, people, live from Vegas. Paramount Plus, $9.99 American dollar before you watch it. Let me even refresh my screen here, just in case. Okay, let me put this volume a little bit down. 53 minutes to go. Paramount Plus, bam, it's here. Let me just refresh my Panama and Mexico game. Actually is happening at the moment. Should I watch it? Yeah, probably I should just be watching that. Yeah, Mexico are leading 1-0. 68 minutes 14 seconds in my location. So this is the third place. Whoa. Panama just scored, but it was offside though. It was offside. It was offside. Oh yeah, clear offside. Otherwise it was gonna be 1-1, but still 1-0 to Mexico. So since I don't have the lineup, if you have the lineup before me, you can let me know. I don't know, all my website, the website that I am using to pull everything on the screen, it doesn't show me anything, so it's not showing anything. Oh, I am confused about the time. So let's say if the time is not correct, and then there's nothing you can do about it. Mexico, Panama. Trying to refresh and see if I can find the lineup somewhere, or the timing, or the Vegas time, or Let's go. What's going on with me today? Look, I can't do anything. US management. I can see it from another computer here. I think they just posted now the lineup. Yeah, here we go. So the lineup is finally out, people. Matt Turner, Walker Zimmerman, Chris Richards, Anthony Robinson, Yannis Musa, Gio Reyna, Christian Pulisic, the captain today, Brandon Aronson, Jose Kylie, Balogun, and Tim Weah. Yeah. So you have the lineup here. Very, very interesting lineup. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna punish Canada today because they are sending us all all the smoke. So we're gonna smoke them in reality today. Smoking Canada instead of them sending smoke to us. We're gonna smoke them. So you have the lineup on your screen. I'm trying to find where I can see the Canadian starting 11. Nothing is working for me today. I'm still clicking on all my website that they are always early, you know, very, very early, giving you lineup and stuff. But today everybody was late, delayed. Canada. Canada. All right. Yeah, I'm just watching a video of McKinney apologizing to the team, you know, for the red card. But it's too late, my brother. It's too late because you're not gonna play. But he apologized. He took his responsibilities on that. So, all right. So I have the starting 11 from Canada Soccer here. Let me try to pull it on the screen. Canada Soccer here, and you have the starting 11 for them. Borjan, Johnstone, Miller, Estacio, Kone, Lauren, Davis, David, Osorio, Larea, and Kennedy. So there we have it. We have everything. It was delayed, but now we have everything. All right. All right. Get in the comment section down below. Ask questions or call us, because I'm here for the people. Lineup not out yet. It was out. I already told you the lineup, the starting 11, and everything. So let me repeat. Starting 11 for Canada: Borjan, Johnstone, Miller, Estacio, Kone, Lauren, Davis, David, Osorio, Larea, Kennedy. So for the US men national team, we have starting 11: Matuna, Zimmerman, Richard, Robinson, Musa, Rena, Pulisic, Aronson, Skyley, Balogun, and Weah, the son of Mr. George, the president of Liberia. So yeah, there we have it. Okay, 45 more minutes to go, people, until the beginning of this game. Get in the comment section down below, and let us know what you think about the game. Otherwise, I'm gonna do what it's called the voiceover, commentary behind the scenes, if I don't get the interaction, because that's why I'm here for. 45 minutes to go, and since I haven't got anybody yet, I am going to try to check on some transfer news so we can have something to talk about before the game. So let's go here and check on Mr. Romano, what is going on. So 76 minutes, I'm watching the same time the game between Panama and Mexico. 76 or 77 minutes. Still 1-0 to Mexico. So let's go to Mr. Romano here, what he's been saying. Luka Modric, after that final lost to Spain, he said, "I've decided my future. The choice is very clear in my mind, but I won't say or announce anything today." Yeah, people try to ask questions. This is not like the right moment for Luka Modric to answer anything. Today was an opportunity for him to win a trophy for his country, and he didn't. So he's not gonna say anything. But probably he's moving to Saudi because money is there. He's been offered crazy amount of money, and if he stays there for 2 years, and then after 2 years he's gonna become a coach over there. So money everything is secured over there for Modric. So let's wait and see if he's gonna say yes or not. Okay, Mr. Saudi, Mr. Money in the Bank, let's go.
Hey, so didn't Modric announce his did he announce his retirement?
No, he never did. He never did.
No. Okay.
After the World Cup, he didn't. No.
Okay, maybe I'm dreaming somewhere. Right.
No, but I don't know. I don't know. Probably you have more information than I do, but I didn't hear. If that was the case, I think he was going to be trending.
Oh, okay,
it was going to be trending on social media.
Right. Well, well, not everybody wants. I mean, he has enough money for sure. But I'm wondering why you're extending your contract at Real Madrid to play for what? That's one of the questions I'll ask people like Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. What are you playing for? Just the game to keep fit?
They already won like 5 Champions League.
Exactly.
And countless trophies. That is a very good question, but probably the lifestyle over there, probably they are not sure about what country they are going. The family don't want to move there. It can depend on many things. Just like Messi, his family, they own a house here. They want to come here, American lifestyle. They don't want to go to Saudi. So, family count in this stage of your career,
Oh, that's true. In Saudi, you have to be dressed in a certain way too, even for the women. So I would understand in that aspect. You can't wear the tank tops and the shorts that people wear here in North America during the summer and stuff like that. You just can't do that.
But over there, like very, very hot, like more than 100 degrees.
Yeah, that's why they wear those.
And you can't wear like short over there. That's what you're saying.
You can't. No.
Then you have to learn how to dress, how to wear the dress. I mean, what they call
exactly.
What they called. I think
you have to wear the hijab.
The hijab thing. Because I think those things can cool you off. Like I don't see how you can be in such heat and cover your body that much. So probably the tissues, the technology of these clothes are made to make you feel like you are wearing shorts or something.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons why if you see them, they're always dressed in white too, because white doesn't. But
white is you're gonna be sweating and it's gonna show some some nasty stuff though. That's the problem with wearing white.
Exactly. So, but that's my question from Madrid and Kroos. What are you signing for? And I don't know. Yeah, the lifestyle, like you said, and also I'm also saying something like. I just want tomorrow, like this Nicholas Jackson thing, done. Like
announced tomorrow, early morning.
Pay the money. Don't even say,
when I woke up 6 o'clock in the morning, check my phone. I want to see him announce. That's what you mean?
Exactly. Like, don't even go for why do you want to go for amortization for that kind of small amount? Pay it.
Yeah, just pay the money, man. We found a loophole. If it doesn't work for you, we ship you to Saudi.
Exactly.
That's what we're gonna do. Like, listen, Sterling, right? Raheem Sterling. Yes. He has one more season with me. I'm giving him one more season to prove himself, or start learning another language, because I'm gonna ship you somewhere else.
That's true. I agree. Like, I mean, I was reading, like, I just saw your video how some other fans are angry. I don't know why, like they just won't leave Chelsea alone.
Yeah, like, everything we do is bad for them. We sign the players. Oh no, you stupid! You're spending all this money. You finish 12. Blah blah blah. Now we're gonna balance books. Oh no, you have some dodgy businesses with Saudi. It becomes illegal. What's going on with people?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
And you see, even the same thing with the FA and the Premier League, right?
Yes.
They accept us to agree with like the gambling company, but when it comes to us signing with another, let's say news services here, like sports services, they don't want competition, but they allow probably everybody to sign with those online gambling stuff. So I don't get it. It's because of Chelsea or what?
Yeah, this FA is just stupid. That's one of the reasons why I don't just trust the FA when it comes to Chelsea. They always look for an excuse. They always look for an excuse, and this is Paramount Plus. I don't know what's wrong with Paramount Plus. I mean, are they annoyed that it's a non-English company? But we had Samsung before. Samsung is not European. So what?
No, this is Samsung. This is like a TV because like the Premier League, they got their own TV deals, right?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And streaming deals. So you bring another one and you promote. It's just like you're pushing people go watch Paramount instead of.
Exactly, that's true.
It's gonna be like a conflict of interest somehow, but I just don't understand why we are allowed to deal with those other companies that destroying people's lives.
Yes. I don't know why they even went for that in the first place. If you're going to sign with stake, you might as well bring Ivan Toney to show you how to sign it.
Yeah, that's right. Bring Ivan Toney.
Right. So, yeah, they will allow Chelsea to sign with stake, but they would ban this brother for 8 months, and then they don't want you to sign with a legitimate streaming this company. It's just nonsense. This Premier League, UEFA, or whatever, they're just FIFA. They're just controversial groups. All of them.
I don't trust any of them, man. I don't trust them. So Mexico against the Panama people, 1-0 so far. Come on, Panama. Come on, Panama. You have to save football. Beat Mexico, man. Beat Mexico.
And then also this thing about Lukaku not wanting. I don't know why this brother does he just want to hurt Chelsea or what? He doesn't want to reduce his salary demands and go to Inter so they can sign him, whether it's for 20 million or 25 million, whatever. He doesn't want to go to Saudi where they'll pay him more money. So what is his problem? That's one thing with this brother that I don't understand. Okay, you want to stay at Inter to prove yourself. Okay, you've won the Scudetto with them. You've won.
You got maybe to the final of the Champions League.
Champions League. You've won, I think, some Italian cups with them. So what's his hope? To win more Champions League, or to win more Scudettos?
I don't know. We have to make a deal. Yeah, this time around, Lukaku, we have to make a deal and cancel his contract.
Exactly. And also in Inter, I don't like them. They are playing this kind of victim. Oh, we are so broke. I don't buy into that. Pay your money. If you're so broke, then why do you insist on 50 million or for Onana? You don't want to make things easy for us to do exchanges. You don't want to buy our players. You want cheap loans. I mean, that crying, all that crap. I don't buy it. I don't buy into it.
Me too. I don't buy that.
If they don't want the players, no problem. We'll negotiate deals somewhere else. Saudi Arabia will take them. They want to do their Riyadh and Jeddah derbies there. So Chelsea will provide them with players to help them do that. Good and fine. So, but yeah, I don't. Teams have taken advantage of us for a long time. So I'm happy that Chelsea decided that no loan deals. You want them, buy them.
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Yeah, I think even for for Ziyech. Chelsea insisted that you want to take him permanently. All those guys that Saudi came for, permanent deals, take them. And,
permanent deals only or nothing. But I tell you what, the last minute, like in July the 27th, 28th, if we can't really sell everybody, I think we're gonna be forced, if we wanna get rid of somebody at the end, but we might loan them out. But at the moment, we're trying just to play tough guys, like, hey, this is it, or you walk away.
That's true, and we have to.
And many teams are also, they know our situation, and they are waiting for the last minute to come up with an offer that you can't refuse because you don't have a choice. Let's say Mason Mount, we wait and we wait and we wait. You know, we're gonna probably take 40 million. Okay, give us 40 million, get it.
Yeah.
So teams know what is going on at Chelsea Football Club. So the only savior here is Saudi. Saudi really came to save us because they don't really care about money is nothing, you know.
Exactly.
It's coming from trees over there, so they don't really care. So they are the saviors really, because we're gonna make probably more than 200 million from that, including like the wages that we are gonna get, you know, off the book. It's gonna be like, man, Todd Bowley looking at books and like, wow, how the salary was that big, because if you think of Kai Harvard.
Exactly.
You know, Mason Mount is just like a minimum wage, so it doesn't really count. And then Bakayoko, who was almost on 200, he's gone. Like the contract is cancelled. So if we cancelled like Baba Rantman, we cancel, you know, and we don't have also Dijon Sterling is off the book already. Aubameyang is gonna be off the book. So all this, 100 million here, 150 there, bam, bam, bam. You find yourself saving a lot of money. And now we're going to learn from this. I don't think Chelsea are going to be that stupid anymore. Just spending money for the heck of it. But it's going to be now everything is timed and programmed, and we know what we're doing. And with the new directors that we have, the future is bright. Awesome. So 90 minutes here between Mexico and Panama. 1-0 to Mexico. 5 minutes to go. Added time, 5 minutes. And then the USA game is going to start like in 30 minutes. Probably I'm not going to be able to do it, but I would do like the voiceover and all that. So if you enjoy, you can click on the like button and support the channel. Thank you so much. If you have a question, you can ask us and all that. I know majority of my people are sleeping overseas. It's too late over there, but yeah, we still have time to kill here in the US. That's the way it is. Oh, N'Golo Kante, Fabrizio Romano just confirmed that he's gonna be, he's gonna sign 4 years contract. Total of the contract is 100 million. Not what people told us, like 100 million a season. No, it's like all the years. It's gonna be 100. That's still a lot of money for N'Golo Kante, who's gonna enjoy his life there in Saudi. So.
Hi, Papa. Hi, Papa.
Hello there. The Blue Army are in the building. Yeah, take care of them.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you don't have to be sorry, but take care of them. I'm still here. You can mute yourself and take care of them. And if you wanna jump to something or you have a breaking news, you can say, don't worry, don't have to apologize. Kid first. That's the future of the world. You know, keep them safe because they're gonna be the next president, the next Barack Obama here. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell them, please don't when you're shooting, don't shoot to the moon.
when they start playing for Chelsea, don't shoot. Yeah.
Don't be the next Kovacic. I mean, be the next Kovacic in terms of quality, but not in terms of.
And
shots.
you, if you are their coach, don't force them out of positions. You teach them, you stick with your position, you feel comfortable, and you can play sometimes in different positions, but stick with where you feel comfortable first.
Exactly, that's true. So I was thinking, I think if I don't know what's your opinion on this. If Manchester United come back with 50 million, I think that Chelsea should just accept it.
How much?
Like 50 million
for who?
Mason Mount.
Oh, Manchester United for Manchester. Oh yeah. Well, I would try to get 10 million on add-ons.
Exactly.
Like bonuses if you achieve this and that. If you score certain amount of money, you give me this and that. I'm at the point like I already did my morning. Like I want him to stay. Everybody knows about it. But at the end of the day, for how long I should keep on fighting for them? There are so many reasons behind everything. So, I would take 50 million plus add-ons for 10 million here and there, and let him go. So, now we have to rebuild. Everybody that don't want to be there, get out of here.
Right.
And then
I'm just... Man, we're gonna be having a new team. Like there's gonna be a lot of new
starting
faces.
11. I'm telling you right now. Like from the Champions League winning team, we're gonna have probably 3 players only left: Thiago Silva, Reece James, and Chile. That's it.
Exactly.
The rest just gone. So new culture, new team, new everything. It's going to be interesting, and that's why I wanted like Pochettino to start his preseason a little earlier, but for legal and financial issues, he can't start until July the 1st. But it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be a very intense preseason. Man, I can't even imagine. To condition everybody, okay, and train them and learn the new way of playing. This is gonna take time, but what I want is we need everybody in preseason. Everybody, all our new boys and the boys that been there, everybody there. Mr. Bruce.
Yeah.
Go on.
Nothing much to say. Just listening to you, and for the first time, I love what you said. I don't no quarreling today, no shouting, no yelling at each other. You said you don't want to stay, should leave, and let the new ones come. I love it because it's someone's.
Because I didn't defend Mason Mount. That's why
you don't. You didn't defend anybody, not Mason Mount. Don't call them, please. You don't defend anybody. It's someone's business. So he employs who he wants to employ and sack who he wants to sack. So that is it. Gain, nobody's losing. Yeah, that's football.
Yeah, all right. So people, feel free to come here. We're still here for like 25 to 30 minutes until the beginning of the game. Remember that I'm here for the people. Have you? I haven't talked to you since we signed. Well, apparently we almost about to sign Mr. Jackson. Did you talk to me since then?
Yeah.
Oh, you did already? Okay.
Yeah, we did because I reminded you of when I told you about.
Yeah, you told me. I didn't even remember the name back then. I didn't know him, so I was like, oh, okay, I don't know him, but it is what it is. But now it looks like you are a prophet. So you can tell us who is going to be the next signing for Chelsea now.
Probably. So I'm the new Fabrizio.
You what?
I'm the new Fabrizio.
Yeah, Fabrizio, man.
Yes. Let's see. Let's hope we get Caicedo and whoever.
Caicedo, and I heard that Chelsea might go for another number 9.
Yeah, probably.
Like his secret. So we have to get Lukaku out of the door first, probably. Get him Yeah, man, that brother is refusing the same
I
amount
don't know
of
what is
money.
wrong with that man. I don't know what's wrong with him. If you can, then
Well,
you
he's
go to
still
Saudi.
30.
You
He's
don't want
still
to go to
30.
Saudi.
Benzema is 36. That's why they go there. So he been offered the same amount of money as Benzema, as Ronaldo to move there, and he said no. So, and then he's asking for Chelsea to be kind to enter, and then accept the loan and low fee and all that. I'm like, brother, you let a lot of money on the table, and now you don't want to cancel your contract. You want just Chelsea to lose money on you. That is not fair. That is, you know, I always support Lukaku. I don't jump to the bandwagon because I don't think that he did anything wrong, in my opinion. But you know, that is football. But when it comes to other dealings, like the interview, and also try to make to say that Chelsea, he's disappointed because the transfer is Chelsea don't want another transfer. Oh, that's I'm gonna back my team. I'm gonna back Chelsea Football Club at the end, even if you are my boy. But if something doesn't make sense, I will back my club. He doesn't want to go to Saudi. Let's find a common ground. Let Lukaku buy out his contract so he can leave as a free agent. So you can go to Inter and sign wherever you want. You're a free agent. So some solutions, something is gonna happen.
He's taking Chelsea as a charity organization. He wants us to be kind to Inter, and you work for Inter with all your heart, and you want us to be kind, so we should be paying your bills while you are working at Inter. It's impossible. It's impossible. So what is Panama still playing?
I think the game is over. I even turned it. I turned it off. Panama was playing Mexico, I think. Wait. Yeah,
Okay,
I think the game is already over. Mexico won, I think. I just switched channel, so I didn't watch the last 5 minutes of added time. So, and I went there back, and then it was gone. So I think it's over. Mexico won the third place, and USA are gonna win the first place. We're gonna destroy Canada because they sent us smoke. So we have to smoke them in real life today. That's what we're gonna do. Christian Pulisic, Captain America himself, is gonna score a couple goals. 2 goals for Christian Pulisic. You heard here first. And Jonathan David is not gonna do anything. Alphonso Davis is not gonna do anything. So we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Balogun managed to score his first goal today. Live from Vegas, people. Live from Las Vegas. Las Vegas. So now they are showing the players warming up out.
I guess I have to watch it as well.
Mr. Aziz.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, we're here.
I just joined in. Has the game started?
Not yet. 19 minutes to go.
Team US. Hopefully, US wins the CONCACAF this thing. But who's playing for US? Like, who's the big, apart from Pulisic, who's the big star there?
Tim Weah. Weah is a big star, you know.
Oh, yeah. Weah's son.
Yeah, George Weah's son. We have Yunus Musa. They have a lot of upcoming stars, to be honest with you. Even
Ryan.
You know Aronson from the Premier League. You know Joe Scully. You know Balogun from Arsenal. He went to France and scored like 22 goals for the team over there, killing it for fun.
From Dortmund as well.
You have Gio Reyna from Dortmund, Borussia, and you have Zimmerman. All of them, pretty much all of them are in the Premier League and the Bundesliga and other leagues, or La Liga and stuff like that. So they have their own stars. They even have today. Unfortunately, two key players are not playing. We have McKinney, who got the red card against Mexico for fighting on the pitch. And also, because Mexico is Mexico, you have to be physical. And what happened is his shirt got torn, like physical fight. All his shirt just torn. And he was shown the red card. And then the U.S. men's national team wanted to buy that shirt from him for $10,000. $10,000. They offer him $10,000 so they can keep the shirt for memories for the museum or something, put in the glass. And he said, no, I am going to keep my shirt for my own collection. In 10, 20 years from now, that shirt could cost 50 million, like in auction, just like that. That's how you get some collection, because some kind of event that happened in certain moment and kind of big deal really. So that torn shirt, keep my word, years from now it's gonna be sold in a great auction with a lot of money. So the national team, they begged him. They say, hey, brother, if you change your mind, we can even add some more money. So you give us the shirt. And then you have Sergino Dest. Sergino Dest, he was at AC Milan on loan. The loan really didn't work out according to the plan because he was on the bench often. So I don't know if he's back in Barcelona now. So I don't know if Barcelona are going to try to sell him. Or keep him, I don't know. It looks like Xavi don't really rate him, so let's wait and see what's going to happen. But US, the entire team, they got, I'm not going to say big name, big stars, but upcoming stars of tomorrow. They're going to mature right at the right time, like for the World Cup 2026, and everybody is going to be like 26, 27, 28, 25, in that range. So if they continue the way they're doing right now, they're going to be a hell of a team. But the manager, and then they gave the job again to Greg. Greg is kind of, I can compare him to who? Graham Porra or let's say Southgate, Gareth Southgate. The people who are very soft, who are, you understand, who always find excuses, who don't want to really attack and punish his team, who just wait for the brilliance of the team to do the job, but not like, those managers that get that charisma and that mentality of push and win. And that is the kind of coaches that we wanted in the U.S. national team. We really needed somebody who can really build a strong mentality for the team. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me try somebody. Never gonna give up. Hello, Mr. Never gonna give up. Hello, never gonna give up. Now it looks like you are giving up. I put him through and he's gave up, so I have to take you off, my friend. He said that he's never gonna give up, but he gave up on me. I tried to put you through, but you just gave up on me. All right, people, if you have a topic that you forgot and we have to discuss, we have 15 minutes to go because I'm gonna be behind the closed door, behind the scenes with the Blue Army watching this game together.
So, brothers, remember, it's Canada 3, USA 1. Canada 3, USA 1.
Your dream, right? That is a dream for you. No, it's not gonna happen.
The only person in the US team that I'm I'm kind of nervous to have is that Folarin Balogun guy. He looks like a very threatening. He's gonna be a very threatening attacker. So we're gonna cool him down.
Who's gonna cool him down? We are playing in Vegas, baby. This is our land. You know, we're not do anything.
You know, we have Captain America.
Listen, Pulisic with 2 goals today. Wait and see.
Captain America. One question: do you think he's going to leave Chelsea?
Yes, for sure. I don't see him staying there. So after we sell people to Saudi, because now Todd Bowley is looking like Vince McMahon, Mr. Money. So he's gonna ship everybody to Saudi, and then after that we're gonna try to see what we have in hand. Pulisic, we don't have many choices at the moment. It looks like nobody really wanna push, but like I told you, until let's say the 28th, 29th, or the 30th, you will see a lot of activities at Chelsea. Clubs are going to just jump to the opportunity. Chelsea need to sell. This is the time. We're going to lowball them and an offer that you can't refuse. Bam, bam, bam. I'm telling you, Pulisic is going to be sold. I don't know what team, probably in Italy, Germany, or I don't know where, but Newcastle. We've been linked with Newcastle, but never really took off. Been linked with also Liverpool. Well, Liverpool still got a lot of people in his position. They have Diaz, they have Cody Gakpo that they just bought, Mo Salah in that free role. They have so many options there, and then they just added somebody like McAllister. So I don't really know where Captain America is gonna end up, but I'm tired of fighting for people. You know, I've been fighting for Hakim Ziyech, Lukaku, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz. I just believe that there is something there. And because of the coaching at Chelsea Football Club, you can't count, they've been here for 3 years without any context behind the 3 years. Positions, systems, coaches, injuries. You don't pay attention to the details. I'm not that black or white. I always see a big picture of what if Kai Havertz under Pochettino, what if Christian Pulisic stay fit and was developed and given a chance and run off games in the good system. I'm always that way, but now I want to see them all go so I can stay in peace, so people don't hate me anymore. I lost so many friends just because why are you supporting the academy? Why are you supporting Mount? Why are you saying this? Is if I have to jump to the bandwagon and start hating people just because somebody is hating them. You can't defend somebody that people hate. So the popular opinion on social media cost me a lot. People unsubscribe, people unfollowed, all that. You don't get business because people just want to hear what they want to hear. Tell them or insult somebody or come here and start yelling at people and making theories and narrative. That's how you become popular in today's generation. Tell me what I want to hear, and if it's a popular opinion about insulting Aziz 24/7 on social, just do it. You don't care. Get subs, get followers, get money, and walk. But for me, that is not the way I was raised. I was raised to tell the truth no matter what, even if it's going to cost you your life. So I'm not going to come here and jump and start making theories without any kind of context behind it, or get agendas against English players or academy players because we don't like them and we are foreigners. While I'm a black man, I've been discriminated my entire freaking life. And me discriminating other people just because they are coming from another country that we hate. That is not going to exist. I can't sell my soul to the devil. I have to tell the truth. That is me. But you tell the truth in this world, you don't get good business. And watch people who are popular, very, very popular. There is some stupidity or evil somewhere where people just love that reaction, those are just, that is the vanity, man. Everybody will die. This is just vanity. So I am tired, sick and tired of defending Mason Mount, Kalim Hassan-Odoi, Gallagher, all of them. I'm sick and tired. If they can go and do their career somewhere else and show people what they can do when they are given an opportunity, that is going to be a win for me. Like, you see, I told you so. I told you, stop making fake theories and narrative. This is what you got. When somebody becomes a De Bruyne or somebody becomes a Van Persie playing in another team, the narrative is going to be different. So let's wait and see. Let's get rid of people. Let's see the perfect people that we're going to buy if we're not going to complain about them. 80 minutes.
Yeah, this that is one thing, and this is another thing also. Chelsea always sell players. Many of them just we were unlucky to sell De Bruyne and Salah. Those two came up with a good performance. They did well. Where the chance wasn't given to them, but many players were sold, and just only the two came up like that. So it wasn't a bad business, because even when the two were sold, we won trophies, even without the two. So it's football. This is what I used to tell people: leave the owners to run the business. Without social media, Chelsea, English Premier League has been going on, and nobody even say anything. We don't mention anything. We don't talk about the club like this. We just watch and make sure we are happy. If you're not happy, you gladly or suddenly go to your house and relax. If you are angry, you sleep and wake up the next week. You watch again. If they didn't win, that is your problem. You attack nobody. But now social media everywhere. We talk. We want to do the business with them. Why we are not even. We don't even know how much they spend. We don't even know if they are making us profit from it. We want to tell them what to do every day. But that is not it. Well, yes, we should support the team. But without social media, we can also support. But now we say, no, don't sign this. No. Why sell this one? Don't sell that one. Sell this one. Keep this one. You're not the owner of the team. You're not football expert. We are not football experts.
That only applies for the people that you like or people you don't like. That narrative. Listen, that narrative is gonna continue there forever. It's about fanboys and agendas and hate and all kind of reasons behind it. So you're not gonna convince everybody, and you're not gonna tell everybody how to support the team. All I don't like is evil. Like, all I don't like is people who will push you and ask you questions. Why? Why are you saying that? You don't have to ask me. I don't insult anybody. I don't curse. I don't insult anybody. I just give the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't mean if you hate somebody and then you want me to hate that person. No, that I see life in a different way. You see your way. You have your own reasons, and that's it. That's the way I see it.
You shouldn't hate who I hate, and we shouldn't even hate. There is nothing like hate. I don't believe in hatred. Because it's nothing like that. So I just believe, and I tell everyone, leave them to do what they want to do. And I know they are doing it right, because someone cannot have his own hard-earned money in business and want the business to collapse. It's impossible. They are doing everything humanly possible to maintain their business. It's a business. Football is a business. And without winning, the business will collapse. Mm-hmm. So they are doing it, because even Boli visited Saudi Arabia, and look at it. Look at the profit now. We are about to gain from his trip to Saudi. And none of us thought of this. All we want is bring 100 million. No, sell this one, bring this one, sell this one. But they are doing the job.
All right, so that's the way it is in this world of reactionary people and agendas and all kind of stuff. Let me just go and read if there is some breaking news here. People, if you are watching me here, don't forget that we have another channel called The Green Turf. Some few other channels, but The Green Turf. I made a video giving you the summary of the day, today, Sunday, the roundup of transfer news. You're going to find news about Lukaku, Koulibaly, Ziyech, everybody, including Mr. Jackson. And yeah, you go there and you can follow me also on social media. Here I always follow people back. Green Turf, you can go on TikTok, find some funny videos over there. You go on whatever, Instagram, if you are on there, you're gonna find me. I'm everywhere. I'm the man of people. So
I just followed you today also on Twitter.
Let's follow each other, and yeah, you can even testify. I always follow people back immediately.
Yeah,
That
sure.
is not even a problem. Even the people that I don't know, but you're gonna follow some people back, and then you start getting some notification and some crazy pictures from girls. I'm like, what? Those are the kind of people that I will block or unfollow.
No, I unfollow immediately.
But when somebody really, like, when I see people follow me, immediately I click follow back. That's it. That's me. But if I start getting notification and messages and some crazy pictures here and there, immediately I'm followed, blocked. There are so many of them like that way that do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I follow back immediately. I first of all go to your profile to check what you
I
post.
don't have time for that.
But,
What
yeah,
is you?
that's
I
what
have
I do.
1,000 jobs here and 1,000 channels to take care of. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Bam, bam. I don't have time to watch because I just imagine he's a human being, took his time to follow me. I have to honor him by following back. That is
Yeah,
the
I
first thing that
understand.
I see. He's a human being like me. I'm not like one of those big accounts that, okay, they have to check how many followers you have and how influencer, what they can get from you. That's what they are looking for now. People follow them, but they are become like, yeah, they are nobodies, you know. I just care about big people. But you forgot that those small people made you big the way you are, right?
Yes.
So for them, I don't do that. Like, that is not me. That's why I always open the phone for everybody. I don't need you to do this and be a member or pay me this and send a super chat. That is just not me. But it looks like a human being just want to be that way. So it is what it is. 1 minute to go until the beginning of this game. And I will be in the background. Todd Bowley is doing his thing, people. Calma. At the end of the window, everybody is going to be happy. We're going to have a brand new team. And the manager needs time to work. Mauricio Pochettino needs time. You just don't buy a bunch of players and put them together for 1 month and start playing the Premier League and expect everybody to be fine. No. Okay, let me just read some headlines here from Fabrizio before I leave. N'Golo Kante to Al Ittihad, 4-year contract, 100 million total salary in 4 years. Image right and commercial deal, extra money. He was gonna get a lot of money, more than 100 million. Negotiations started on June 6th and deal now finally set to be announced. End of an era for Chelsea legend N'Golo Kante. Yeah, Chelsea legend, really. That is well said. Al Nassr, which is Cristiano Ronaldo's team, and Hakim Ziyech are now on the verge of reaching an agreement over personal terms. Final details of contract are being sealed. All right, so the game is about to start. My brother, what do you have to say before I leave? Do you have anything to share? Or?
Yeah, there are also breaking news. Koulibaly as well to Saudi Arabia just now. Fabrizio posted.
Okay.
3 years contract.
3 years contract. And the next one is going to be Edouard Mendy for sure.
Yeah, sure. They are helping us a lot. I love it.
So growing confidence tonight at Chelsea for Kalidou Koulibaly to accept. The confidence is not like a here we go, but they are growing in confidence. Al Hilal contract proposal valid until 2026. It's about key details now. Both Koulibaly to Al Hilal and Ziyech to Al Nassr deal are advancing very well and very fast. That's what we want to hear as Chelsea fans, because we want to see get some money out of Koulibaly and
and also stop seeing 40 people in dressing room.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. So my brother, listen, I'm gonna have to leave you here because I'm gonna just put commentary on the screen and go watch the game with my Blue Army. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much for helping Mr. Bruce. And people, if you are in the building, you stay here because you're going to have all the commentary on the screen. I wanted to continue a little bit, but I don't have enough interaction from people. So I'm going to have to leave you with commentary. You're going to enjoy it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All the good stuff.
with Chris Richards. And that one not able to be controlled by Christian Pulisic. It's a first throw of the match for Canada. This is John Herdman, the former elementary school teacher who has defined a decade of Canadian soccer. First with the women's team, now with the men. Won by Richards in the air. Davies. Early on, Aronson making his presence felt. He put his shoulder on Fonzie Davies. It's a 5th straight CONCACAF final for the Americans. It ties a team record, out to win a new record, 3 in a row.
You mentioned Brendan Aronson there, and he has some big shoes to fill. Weston McKennie does so much for this team. You got to look at there at BJ Callahan, and who would have thought he'd find himself in this position, managing the U.S. men's national team with a trophy on the line, coming off of an incredible performance against Mexico. But for Brendan Aronson, he plays the role different than Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie, I think, has a good balance to his games in terms of good defensive responsibility. He's strong in the tackle, he's physical, he can win the aerial duels, but then he also provides things going forward. Brendan Aronson, more of an attacking player, so something that he has to be aware of in terms of his defensive positioning. And it also puts a lot more responsibility on that man there, Younes Musa, playing at the heart of midfield.
Well, he's just had his pocket picked, but he does win a foul and a free kick for the Americans in what looked initially dangerous. By the way, happy Father's Day, Mo, and to
hey,
all the
likewise,
dads
my man.
What's better than the U.S. in a final on Father's Day and a Sunday in Vegas?
Yeah, well, well, here we are.
Canada have stayed with that back three. In this case, it's Kennedy who slots into the middle of it with Miller and Johnson on either side. Here's Gio Reyna, Tim Weah, Reyna, magic from the Americans. Twinkle toes from Reyna, and denied at the near post as Milan Borjan is called into action for the first time.
That's such a good combination play. I'm surprised that Gio Reyna didn't take the strike on earlier. He does really well to create this situation, and then it's a good combination play with Timothy Weah. Good understanding of what space to attack, and once he takes that first touch, I thought he was going to take the strike on. He's in a good position. In the end, opts to take the shot just a little bit later. Milan Borjan spills it. Looked like it should have been a pretty comfortable save, but it's a good little start there. Good sequence from the U.S.
Settled by Kone. Eustachio. Switch to Davis, isolated far side against Scally into the Jonathan David. And Scally there to clean up at the back. It'll be a throw for Canada deep in U.S. territory. Davies. Anyone who expected the Canadians to sit back and counter early on, this has not been it. Osorio. Benson repeat another throw from the Canadians from virtually the same spot. It's chested down by Eustachio. Davies flighted in. Another chance to deliver. Tim Weah getting in the way of it. Oh, driven cross is dealt with by Richards. And this will lead to Canada's first corner. 5 minutes in.
And straight away, you're seeing how the U.S. are trying to approach defending Alphonso Davies on that left-hand side. And it's Brendan Aronson who keeps shifting over to that right side to try to provide a little bit of cover for Joe Scally. In the end, it's a decent-looking ball in, trying to pick up that near post with Chris Richards there to clear it out for a set piece.
Quickly out to Davies. Closing him down was Weah. Cross sneaks into the 6. It's dealt with by Richards. Steady dose of pressure by Canada. Look at the heel, a little strong from Timothy Weah. So no Weston McKennie. Tyler Adams missed out as well due to injury. What are you looking for from this midfield trio of Musa, Reyna, and Aronson?
Well, again, as I said, it puts a lot more responsibility on Younes Musa, because these are two attacking players playing ahead of him. I thought Gio Reyna accepted the challenge last game that BJ Callahan issued to him, and that was to make sure that as much as he was finding different spaces to get on the ball and be creative and show off his skill set going forward, that he didn't shy away from his defensive responsibilities, and I don't think he did. I thought he was up for the challenges. He got stuck in some 50-50 duels, and more than anything, he was bought in. And so the same has to be said for Brenden Aaronson today. Can they provide a little bit more cover at times in support of this man here on the ball, Younes Musa? But ultimately, in transition moments where the U.S. can find some success, but they also have to be able to keep possession and retain the ball for spells like they did against Mexico.
Here's Weah. Hides the ball well from the challenge from Eustachio. And he shrugs off the challenge. It's Timothy Weah. Flung in. He's looking for Balogun. And the U.S. has a corner kick, their first of the match.
Really good individual effort there from Timothy Weah. I mean, just showing good composure, good strength, good balance. You saw Brenden Aaronson in the center of the screen. He had advanced and was looking for that little ball to be slipped into him.
It is Reyna over to take. Outswinger towards the spot just above the reach of Joe Scally. Scally giving space and time. So venomous and inviting ball. And was looking for Timothy Weah. And it's struck by Walker. That's not a center back's finish.
I was just getting ready on the corner kick to talk about where Weston, not having Weston in the team, he's such an asset on set pieces and corner kicks. Well, you have Walker Zimmerman in there. I wasn't preparing to speak about that. I mean, that's just a quality strike. Off the full volley on his left peg, is weaker of the 2 feet. Borjan was beat if that would have found the frame there, but hey, listen, getting the start, he's trying to make his importance known to his team early on.
He is a menace in the air. Zimmerman on both sides of the ball. You don't expect a left-footed volley. It's gone just marginally wide. It's wonderful from Kone to get away from Jedi Robinson. And he snuck it in behind. It's a first shot on goal, and it's Matt Turner to deny Kyle Larin.
Really clever touch there by Kone to get ahead of Anthony Robinson. Then it's the early ball, and this is what I'm talking about with the two strikers. It makes it really difficult because while you're trying to keep track of Jonathan David, that now allows Kyle Larin to just float into that right-hand channel, just in between the two center backs, and the early ball allows him to take the strike on. In the end, it's a comfortable save for Matt Turner, but just some warning signs of how Canada can build out, and then again, the dynamic of the two strikers.
Pulisic, a bit of a heavy touch, and it's turned over. Again, it's Larin. Kone. Lorea. It's a promising start from Canada. And it's Robinson there to break it up. It'll be a throw for the Canadians, again deep in U.S. territory. Robinson was lured into a trap by Kone. Johnson. Younes Musa standing his ground and turning defense into attack. Balogun. Win the throw for the U.S. No play out through Scally. Spotted the run of Pulisic, who snuck in behind. Pulisic settles with his left. Johnson tracked him well. The overlap from Weah. He's got room to operate. Snuck in near post. Balogun got tangled up. And Davies gets away on the far side. Scally has to scramble back. And the U.S. bailed out by a sloppy touch.
I mean, the end-to-end action there. Christian Pulisic, I mean, what a run. And then the ball is played to him and met good pace. It opens up the game. But just watch Timothy Weah here. This ball that he plays in, it is absolutely fizzed in there. Good tracking by Kennedy to stay with the run of Balogun. And then, as I mentioned before, ever present is Brendan Aronson making those runs into the box as well.
Balogun working against Kennedy once more. Wonderful. Crossed in and dealt with by Kamal Miller. Both sides showing their fangs.
The U.S. are doing a good job, but when the ball does get played wide, to make sure that they always have a few different targets to pick out. This time it's Balogun who finds himself trying to play the service in, gets Kennedy wrong-footed there. In the end, it's well defended. But once again, he had about 2 or 3 different targets to try to pick out there with that service.
Second U.S. corner. Reina out into the edge of the 6! And it's Chris Richards with the opener! He's been beaming with confidence. And it's dripping out of him now. His first international goal. And the U.S. has the lead in the final.
You take it back to 2021. We saw the importance of set pieces for this U.S. team in the final. This time it's Chris Richards, just does so well to create a little bit of separation, to get the elevation, and then the timing just spot on. Just a little clip ball in there by Gio Reyna. The congestions of bodies, and it's Chris Richards who rises high, gets enough power on it, heads it back down into the ground, making it hard for the big frame of Milan Borjan to get down quick enough. The U.S. find themselves in dreamland up here in the 12th minute. And as you said, it's his first goal for the U.S. national team. B.J. Callahan beamed with excitement, talking about what he's brought to this team from a defensive standpoint. Now he's contributing by adding goals yet again.
It is the 3rd shot of his international career, and he finds his first. How many shots did it take you to find the back of the net?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Unbelievable.
It feels like deja vu. Center back scoring in finals. We saw the Gold Cup last year. It was Miles Robinson getting the game winner.
Left it significantly later then. An extra time game winner against Mexico at this very stadium. B.J. Callahan talked about him in a lead up to this competition. We had a chance to speak with him. Said Richards wasn't playing as much as he would like, obviously, for his club, but he came in looking confident. Lorea, heavy touch. It'll be a goal kick for Matt Turner. I'm paraphrasing what BJ told us, but you know a center back is confident when he allows the attacker to come right up on him. He's been doing that in training. Only appeared once since mid-February for his club side, but it's never a question he would be in the starting lineup for the USA.
So now the question is, what response do you see from Canada?
You tell me.
They would have had a game plan, obviously, coming into this, but now you can see the goal in the opening 12 minutes. I think it's for them, it's still about being patient. They have a game plan. You still stick to that game plan. Nothing goes out the window as of yet. Now, can they be a little bit more polished on the ball? The U.S. are doing a good job of pressing them to win the ball back and not let them build out of the back. But you saw that one moment there where Alphonso Davies showed off what he can do in a 1v1 situation. Fortunate from a U.S. standpoint, he took his next touch out of bounds, but even when there's no space, he can create space with just that little change of pace and acceleration.
What's the famous Mike Tyson line? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Punch courtesy of Richards. Arena is fouled. Kennedy is the guilty party, and he's going to go in the referee's book for it.
I mean, this happens because of the spacing of the U.S. The interchange of positions, Gio Reyna picks up a really good spot. So actually a heavy touch, heavy ball that's played into him, but he does well to just get a toe to it, and that baits in Kennedy. Now you have a center back who didn't get the start in the last game against Panama on a yellow card early on.
It's been more than a year since the U.S. scored off a corner kick. To go back to summer 2022 against El Salvador. 13 games later, Richards. All have been fighting for possession. It's whistled as a foul against the U.S. striker.
It's an interesting one. Not too much in it, but again, I think it's so important for this U.S. team to find ways to get him on the end of chances, to try to get him some service in the box. Already we've seen a glimpse of that. Timothy Weah has started off where he left off in the last game, just really exploiting and taking advantage of the mismatch. It seems to be like every pairing that he's gone up against so far, it's been a mismatch in his favor, and he's exploited that, done well to get some service in the box.
It's away from Osorio. Zimmerman there to collect. Two best chances of the match for the U.S. coming off of corner kicks. It was Zimmerman's left-footed volley. And his center back partner Richards with the opener. Laid off by Laren. Davies. Forward by Musa. Aronson with the aggressive press, a little too aggressive for the referee's liking. Here's Jonathan David. Kone.
But it's when he takes up those kind of positions, right? He has the freedom himself, and Kyle Laren, they have the freedom to pretty much, whether it's dropping deep, whether it's dropping wide, and that causes so many questions when you're trying to defend the two of them.
Davies out wide now, and he overcooks the cross.
Because it's not necessarily the starting position, but it's that communication and how quickly can that happen when they start a little bit deeper, then they make a run in behind. Is it the number 6, your defensive midfielder, Younes Musa, who's picking him up? Is it one of the center backs stepping up to apply pressure there? That's where the disruption can happen and where the U.S. have to be sharp in terms of communicating, as well as just seeing the bigger picture and not just being focused on solely the ball.
Very different dynamic to this match from the one that you and I were at in Hamilton. The World Cup qualifier, 2-0 victory for Canada, in which they were happy to allow the U.S. to have the possession, try and punish some mistakes, and hit out on the corner, on the counter.
I'll tell you, the confidence that game, even the prior game when the U.S., when they came to the States and they picked up a point in the 1-1 draw, the confidence that this team has, this Canadian team, the belief that they have, the spirit that they show whenever they play, that fear that may have existed in previous years of the U.S., of Mexico, is gone. And I actually like that, because that makes this region that much stronger and makes every game that the U.S. plays in against them have that much more pressure. You're playing against a worthy opponent, a worthy foe who feels like they can get the better of you. And so now it's about the U.S. That's going to help to raise their level as well. And it's been a good start so far for them.
A long switch for Lorea. Jedi Robinson scrambles back to usher it out. To your point, Mo, prior to 2019, the U.S. had gone unbeaten in 17 consecutive games against the Canadians. Last 5 split evenly. 2 home wins for the U.S., 2 home wins for Canada, and 1 draw played stateside.
I remember we played against Canada for for Olympic qualifying, and this is back in 2008. So I'm dating myself here, but going into that match, we were the amount of confidence we had because, and without being disrespectful, we didn't view Canada as an opponent that was going to really trouble us. We ended up winning the game, I think, 3-0. But since then, I mean, there's been dramatic changes in terms of the development of younger players, the players that have come through this pool. The talent pool there has expanded. And I think World Cup qualifying was a culmination of the direction that John Herdman had wanted and had expressed to this group that they were going to go in. Now it's about how do they build off of that? How do they continue that? And how is this not just a blimp on the radar, and it's something that can be consistent and continue to be built on over the years?
A slack pass by Osorio. Possession short circuits for the Canadians. USA has a throw. And Scally to put it back in play. Trying to sneak it in behind for Tim Weah. Intercepted by Miller.
That ball is on, by the way. Brendan Aronson had the right idea. Just maybe if he clips that ball in the air instead of trying to play it into the wide channel. But when Timothy Weah just splits the center back in that scenario, it was Kamal Miller on that left-hand side and Scott Kennedy. He's going to get him for pace first and foremost. It's just a matter of can you play that right ball? In that instance, maybe a clip ball would have worked out better.
Weah's movement off the ball is a problem for opposition defenders, as Mexico found out in that second goal. Robinson. Musa is bumped from behind by Eustachio. It's a big responsibility, as you mentioned, for Younes Musa playing as that lone defensive midfielder in the role that Tyler Adams would usually take up, especially when you consider most of his playing time with Valencia has been on the right.
On the right, or a more advanced position of number 8, where you have the freedom to go for a little bit more. It's about being calculated and timing your runs at the right time. But you're right, this role takes a lot of discipline, and I think in that last match against Mexico, I mean, he really excelled.
This is Aronson. Scott Kennedy. Eustachio's opening up. Now Laren. Spotted Richie Larea. Intercepted by Robinson only for a moment. Heavy touch from Jonathan David.
And they've had some good ideas. Just a little bit slack in certain moments when it gets into the attacking third. Still looking to see Jonathan David and Kyle Laren really establish that relationship that we've seen from the two.
Pressure applied by Balogun. This is Alistair Johnston.
That man there, the game that he had against Mexico, absolutely phenomenal. And so with that comes the expectation and pressure to deliver again in this game. So far a little bit quiet, but quiet, I would say, in the attacking phase of things, doing some work defensively, tracking back, trying to make the play a little bit predictable on his side.
Pulisic's 2 goals against El Tri took him past Joe Max Moore to sole possession of 6th all-time for the U.S. national team at just 24 years old. Now 5 back of Brian McBride to get into the top 5. Here's Miller. Kone. Spotted the run of Jonathan David, who's marked closely by Robinson, and Turner out to collect. Reina. Will be Richards to restart. By the way, Richards, the first U.S. international to score his first goal in a final.
Take that. We talk about, you know, the importance of this tournament as well for so many players who could potentially be changing teams in this next transfer window. And so to be coming off of, to be playing in a final first of all, and then potentially winning a trophy before you go on your summer holidays, that's not a bad way to go out. And then the other question mark was, what would the form of some of these guys be like? Because they haven't been playing consistently or starting games with their club teams. And I think the game against Mexico was a great first game for a lot of them because it's a rivalry game. Your motivation, the tone of the game is going to be set early on, and it allowed them just to go from strength to strength. Now it's about, can they continue that in this match and ultimately walk away here hoisting a trophy yet again.
Kone. Johnston. Eustachio can overload this near side. Larea running in behind Robinson, step for step with him. And the shot catches the wrong side of the net.
So much of their play so far has been on this right-hand side. Really just trying to find ways to get in behind Anthony Robinson. Kone had the one little flick where he got the better of him and played in Kyle Laren, but since then I think he's been step for step with Richie Larea. That's going to be a matchup and a battle to watch as this game progresses on. For Gio Reyna, who assisted Richards on the goal from the corner kick, it's his second international assist. His first was in the 2021 final, setting up Weston McKennie. Told you, it's a feeling of deja vu.
Zimmerman, who commits the foul, wipes out Kyle Laren. U.S. showing off some of that depth in the absence of Miles Robinson, who misses out through injury. Walker Zimmerman, a 2-time MLS Defender of the Year, stepping in, a player who featured in all 4 games for the U.S. in Qatar 2022. Wasted set piece opportunity for Canada. For all of the threat the Canadians showed in the early going, Matt Turner still fairly comfortable in the U.S. goal.
Just the one save, only the one shot as well. One shot is on target. It's the one from Kyle Larin. Was a decent little bit of build-up there, but in the end it was a shot that you would expect him to save, and he does, right at him.
Aronson commits the foul, and Davies is slow to get up. Davies is one of two Canada starters in this match who were not yet alive the last time the Canadians lifted a CONCACAF trophy, that 2000 Gold Cup final when they beat Colombia at Memorial Coliseum in LA. Davies born a few months later that year. Kone born a couple of years later.
You know, Chris Richards does a lot of good things in terms of his reading of the game. Going against a big body in Kyle Larin, and he's anticipating, because as that ball gets played into him, there's going to be a flick. So does he gamble and try to bite and thinking he can jump that ball? Instead, he's a little bit patient. He's close enough to Larin that he feels him, but he waits for him to take that first poor touch, and then he reacts. Small details like that can give you an edge as a center back.
Lifted in by Reyna for Scally. Aronson, rather, Zimmerman in the air. It's loose for a Balogun. He's muscled off the ball. It'll be a goal kick.
It's a good look there. Oh, is he bleeding there? But you see what they're trying here. They're trying to win that second ball, and it's Zimmerman who puts it into a dangerous area. I thought Balogun was going to go first time and maybe take this header on, but he does well to get off his chest and generates a ton of power. You see the collision there from Eustachio.
Not a foul. Eustachio is trying to play the ball, but that clash of heads. Balogun slow to get up. Best guess what might BJ Callahan be telling his team right now?
They're doing well defensively. They haven't conceded much. They've done a good job of Brendan Aronson always shifting over to that right-hand side whenever Alphonso Davies gets the ball to try to slow things up. Get another look at the goal here off a corner kick. Again, the value of set pieces, especially in big games, in big moments, and in finals. And it's Chris Richards playing hero, stepping up there to dunk on the defender and put his side up 1-0. But BJ Callahan will be saying, we've done well. We've managed the movements of Kyle Larin and Jonathan David. We've been communicating in terms of when they drop deep, who's picking them up. I mentioned Brendan Aronson and him shading to that right-hand side to help out Joe Scally in that matchup with Alphonso Davies. And then on the left-hand side, Anthony Robinson in his 1v1 duels with Richie Larea has conducted himself well in that area too.
Gio Reyna took a blow to the head in that semifinal against Mexico. It's the reason he was questionable in the lead up to this one. In the end, he starts. Robinson doesn't. We're just checking to make sure that there's no signs of concussion for Balogun, making his second international cap. Richards' header perfectly placed down at an awkward height. The Canada goalkeeper. And so play resumes with the U.S. for the moment. Down a man, waiting for Balogun's reintroduction.
So let's see how things play out now, because Alphonso Davies has now shifted to that right-hand side. Richie Larea on that left.
Looking against Robinson, and they go immediately to him. And he runs out of real estate. I think Canada maybe spots something about Jedi Robinson being the more adventurous of the two fullbacks. In the absence of Dest, it's Scally who mans the right side.
He's been pretty disciplined today. Hasn't ventured too far forward so far in this game, and I'm curious to see if, I wonder if from their standpoint they're wondering, will Gio Reyna do the same amount of defensive tracking back into those wide areas as you saw from Brendan Aronson on that right-hand side? Or will Alphonso Davies find himself in 1v1 situations with Anthony Robinson?
Half an hour gone in the blink of an eye. In this Nations League final, the U.S. a 0-0, courtesy of Chris Richards' first international goal. Assisted by Gio Reyna. For Vescoli, it's his first U.S. start at his preferred position, his natural position at right back. Previous two, both coming on the left side. Against Granada back in March and against Uruguay last summer. I mean, all of his starts for Borussia Mönchengladbach in that natural right side. Stolen back by Pulisic. Reyna. Tangled up with Johnson. This is Davies. Good pressure from Gio Reyna. And it's Pulisic against Kennedy. Squeezes the cross in and put out for a U.S. corner.
See Christian Pulisic getting the crowd involved in things. He said, I want to hear you. I like how quickly they transition there. They do a good job defensively of winning possession, and then the first pass is the forward pass to open up the game. Finally get Christian Pulisic in a 1v1 situation.
Here's Christian once more. Inviting Eustachio to dance. Delivered back post. It sails. Richards and Balogun who were closest to it. Vescoli. A clip from behind. And that does draw the referee's whistle. David pleading his case, but that was a foul.
Yeah, the Canadians aren't happy about that. The Canadian fans in stadium.
So once again, it's Reyna to restart from a dead ball situation. Vescoli alongside. Zimmerman rising to meet it. And the header sails from Brendan Aronson. Mentioned it's the youngest U.S. lineup ever to start a final for the U.S. national team, an average age of just a few weeks shy of 24 years old.
Gets away with one. That's cheeky there.
Confidence with a 35-year-old who was closed down quickly by Balogun. Here's Laurenz. Richards. Free kick for the U.S., but your guess is as good as mine.
You know, as I'm looking at the positioning of the U.S., where Canada can find some success is when, in those moments there, the U.S. is pressing higher up the pitch. That means that Gio Reyna's a little bit higher, Brendan Aronson's a little bit higher. If they can bypass that midfield, that ball that they just played there, actually, to Kyle Larin, if he's able to connect that first pass in the midfield,
here's Reyna.
Space to exploit.
Driving into space with Balogun on his right! On a night of firsts, Folarin Balogun has his first international goal for the U.S. And once again, Reyna, the genesis of it.
Welcome to the party, my man. So much excitement, so much hype surrounding his decision to play for the United States men's national team, and it's for these kind of moments. It's the running off the back shoulder, but then give a lot of credit to Gio Reyna, because with this kind of space, an attacking player, sometimes they take that strike on, but he was patient. He sees the run, and then it's the timing of the pass, it's the weight of the pass, and then the strength from Balogun to hold off Kennedy. He knows what he's doing with this finish. He has one thing on his mind. Doesn't score in the semi, doesn't matter. Gets a second here in a big moment to double the lead for the U.S. What a way to score your first goal.
That's what they've been waiting for. He is who they've been waiting for. Shrugs off the challenge from Kennedy. And then his second appearance, it's goal number 1. And after Richards, the second U.S. player to score his first goal in a final. And Canada in trouble.
See, it's there. If Eustachio plays that pass to Jonathan Osorio, he's off to the races, but instead he tries the lesser percentage pass, trying to really open up the game. And then the play gets killed off there. Canada kind of been their own worst enemy at times.
Osorio. Again, the switch for Lorea out wide, working against Scally, trying to half the deficit. Lorea closed down by Aronson. Double teamed as the U.S. swarm on him. Flipped into the heart of the box. Zimmerman deals with the danger. Eustachio taking it back. Goal bound, and Turner hangs on. First real threat to Matt Turner's goal.
This is just a good play all around. Good by Canada to keep possession here. It's a big challenge there by Eustachio. Tries to catch Matt Turner, slipping at the near post. But he sees it the whole way and is able to get down low and early. And yet again, another save you would expect for him to make, but it's a better sequence there from Canada. Getting the ball wide, trying to get Lorea involved on that left-hand side. Does a good job of getting by two defenders. And then again, just that second wave of attack. How can they keep the play alive?
U.S. doubling the lead 10 minutes from the end of the opening half. Sent away by Musa. Not the most confident touch by Kennedy. Miller. They'll play out through Eustachio. Kone was dangerous early on, finding that bit of space between the lines. U.S. defending with 4. Kone. Slid through for David. Broken up by Richards. Sprinting into action now, Gio Reyna.
Tell you what, this U.S. team in the attack, I mean, they're showing that they have some options. In a game where Christian Pulisic has been a little bit quieter, only 9 touches so far, and had a couple moments where he's been able to run a defender in 1v1 situations, but it doesn't matter. If you have the option to score off of set pieces, you have the likes of Fuller and Balogun chipping in, getting his first goal of the campaign of his international career.
Look out as they sneak in, and Turner parries it. Bernard Laurenz loose inside of the 6, and David couldn't bounce. Jedi Robinson there to break it up.
That's much better from Canada, but what tracking from that man there, Anthony Robinson. So easy to shut off on plays and be reactionary, but he stays with the runner the whole time, is able to get a left foot in there and just poke it away. As it looked like it was Kyle Larin, I think, who was waiting to just tap in the rebound.
Aronson has snatched it back, and the U.S. on the break with Timothy Weah leading the line. Weah in a sprint as Kennedy gets there first.
It's a little bit too heavy there, but give credit to Matt Turner as well in that last sequence. Big save at the near post.
Out of the back by Johnston. That's the right idea. Steals away from Lorea into the waiting hands of Turner. Zimmerman. Aronson dropping a little deeper to help build out of the back. They'll play through Richards. Robinson. Looking for Pulisic. It's a fortuitous bounce off the leg of Alistair Johnson.
Let's get a look at that last chance again. Lorea tried to just sneak it at the near post.
And on the break is Balogun into the area on his left. Balogun. Took too much of the ball to Johnston. Eustachio laying it off and getting it back. Robinson challenging David in the air. It's David on the ball. Options to either side and dangerous options at that. Johnson driving at the defense. Scally there to intercept, and he's fouled by Kyle Larin. Free kick USA.
The commitment to defending, the commitment to getting back in transition, because that is an area where Canada can be dangerous and they can hurt you, but the U.S. have done a good job of really limiting all those chances. Get a look here again at that finish at the near post, and that's his bread and butter. Just good running off the ball and then having the player in that position, and then number 10, Gio Reyna, to supply him, get him a chance early on, and does so well with the finish. That man there, he must be thinking, I thought I had a game plan, and the U.S. have done a good job of exploiting it. They've been sound defensively And that's allowed them to go on and express themselves in the right moments in the attack.
Remember when he took over in 2018, he'd had success in the women's game. New Zealand and Canada, more on that in a moment. As Larea breaks through, it's Laird on his rights. And Joe Scally stands his ground. Reina.
Twinkle toes.
Got fancy feet, doesn't he? Reina gets away. And away from the ball, Balogun is brought down by Kennedy. Play allowed to continue. This is Weah. Pulisic skipping past the challenge. He's caught by Eustáquio. And a dangerous set-piece chance coming up for the U.S.
And the little twinkle toe to Gio Reyna is what keeps this play alive and lets them advance the ball further up the pitch. And then get a look at it here, just shimmying by a few defenders, being strong in possession, able to just turn and now run at the back line there, or at the opponent there, and just open up the game. Then you see Christian coming a little bit more narrow to earn this set piece.
Sense of anticipation from the U.S. soccer fans in the stadium and at home every time that Reina starts to dribble, starts to cook.
Kid's exciting, man. I like seeing him more central as well.
So Pulisic stands over the ball, calibrating. Three goals in 3 games this year for the USA's captain. It's laid off for Balogun. And it's parried by Borjan out of the training ground. Balogun was the deepest man for the U.S., second deepest.
It's actually Timothy Weah who catches that. You're right, though. It's right off the training ground. Everyone anticipating another ball being clipped into the back post, probably for Walker Zimmerman to get on the end of it. And in the end, it's Timothy Weah who steps up and forces the save out of Milan Borjan in goal.
Fourth corner for the U.S. Reina to deliver. Popped in back post. Scally's glancing header is wide. Play is held up here by the referee, Martinez. Final moments of this opening 45, your impressions of what we've seen?
Yeah, it's been a good spell by the U.S. I think Canada has had a little bit more possession, but the U.S. have been good and disciplined in terms of how they set up defensively. Matt Turner's had to be called on a few times, but I think he's set up well and made the saves that he needs to make to keep this team not only in the lead, but with a clean sheet thus far. Christian, as I mentioned before, Pulisic has been quiet compared to his game against Mexico, but in his spot has stepped up the likes of Gio Reyna yet again. Timothy Weah, and I think it's so important for Balogun to get that first goal and get off the mark.
Bit of a role reversal as possession is favored Canada, almost 60-40. It's the U.S. with a 2-0 lead. Looking for Balogun. Borjan needed to extend every bit of his 6'5" to reach it and prevent an own goal.
Just a long ball there, and Kennedy just trying to get something on it. Forces the big man in net to make sure he's alert and on his toes.
Here's Kennedy. Johnston. Alphonso Davies has disappeared since moving over to this near side. Now Robinson. Laid off by Reina for Musa. Balogun is pulled back by Kone. And that does draw the whistle away from the ball. So Gio Reyna appeared to be fouled by Johnston. And both players are down.
His reaction. Take a look at it here and see that late challenge there from Eustáquio. But straight away, Gio Reyna was pounding the ground in disgust and reactionary to the challenge that's come in there.
Johnson had nothing to do with it, just got caught up. And some concern for Reina now, who looks to be in some obvious discomfort. 3 minutes added on. We'll play to at least the end of the 48th in this first half. The opener from Chris Richards in the 13th minute. His first. And Fuller and Balogun doubling the lead in the 35th. His first. And the man on the ground there assisted both of them. Ron Herdman considering what changes might be needed for Canada in this second half. What do they need to do better?
Canada.
Yep.
Still, I mean, in transition, I think that's where their best chances have come. They've been able to create some overloads. And I think that more times than not has happened when the U.S. have exposed themselves, coughed up the ball in a compromising area. But as you mentioned, Alphonso Davies, been quiet. Richie Laryea has been relatively quiet on the opposite side. Now there you see them actually switching again. Alphonso Davies going back to the left-hand side and Laryea to this right-hand side. But I mean, if that's an area that usually is a strength for them, is those wide areas, because they have so much pace and 1v1 ability, and then they usually do a good job of getting that combination play from Kyle Larin, Jonathan David, and Jonathan Osorio playing more advanced in the central area.
So here's a throw for the U.S. deep in Canada territory in the final seconds of the opening half. Long throw by Jedi. And in the air by Miller. Musa. Sent away by Kone. Strong header by Zimmerman, not taking any chances. Davies sprinting into action. And it's opened up now. It's an important intervention by Joe Scally. It'll be a corner kick for Canada.
But there you see, comes off the U.S. not doing a good enough job of clearing that ball, and then, I mean, this man can burn. Give him a little bit of space and he's off, and he wasn't competing against a slow player. That's Timothy Weah.
Eustachio to deliver, does it the near post, it's loose in the 6. Kyle Larin could not adjust. Now Pulisic on the near side has the wheels to get there. Working against Laryea, Pulisic. And gets brought down by Richie Laryea. Free kick for the USA, a yellow for Laryea. And it's the Americans who may have the last word in this opening 45.
That's what he did so well against Mexico. He just baits you in, and then that change of direction, change of pace, so hard to catch. Richie Laryea get a little bit of a tug of the shorts or the jersey initially, and then a clip of that right heel to bring Christian Pulisic down. But he was so clever with his movement. Not only did he get away from it, then he cuts inside to now cut off the angle and make it difficult for Richie Laryea to play the ball whatsoever, except if he goes through the player.
There were 13 yellow cards against Mexico in this semifinal. That was a street fight. Just the second yellow card handed out to a Canadian player. Kennedy and Laryea in the book. Pulisic with what may be the last chance of the half. Measures. Catapulted in, back post. It's knocked down into the 6 for Balogun. And Laryea, or rather Larin, was there to keep it out. by Timothy Weah. Alistair Johnson's had a wardrobe change as well. He's sporting different kicks for the second half. Johnson. Pass dictating the run. Now Balogun.
It's looking more like a 4-4-2 almost for Canada now, with Richie Laryea as that left back, Alistair Johnson as that right back, and then the pairing of Eustáquio and Kone as a central pairing in midfield. Defensively, Jonathan Osorio flagged out to that right-hand side, and then Alphonso Davies on this right-hand side. Excuse me, opposite on the left-hand side.
What might that do for Canada?
It's interesting because it now asks a little bit of a different question from a defensive standpoint for the U.S. In possession, you'll still see one of the two in midfield from Kone or Eustáquio drop a little bit deeper, then the other one pushes a little bit higher. They try to still trying to find a way to create overloads, whether that's centrally with more bodies, because Osorio will play a little bit more narrow at times. Ultimately, they're just trying to find a way to bring Alphonso Davies into the game a little bit more.
As he restarted Balogun out wide. Collapsed on by Kennedy and Laryea. How Larin was fouled by Walker Zimmerman and Laryea. Ismail Kone. Johnston sniffed it in, looking for Larin. Sticking out a big leg was Walker Zimmerman, intercepted by Musa. Turning the defense into attack is Younes Musa. Straight in behind for Tim Weah to chase, and Kennedy sprints out to meet it. Could see a much more advanced position on this near side now for Alphonso Davies. He's got that support behind him. Davies against Scally. That pass intended for Jonathan David.
But that's what they want. They want him to try to be a little bit more isolated at times, 1v1. The US have done a good job, though, of getting bodies over to support. So as he does get by Joe Scally, then the next man shifts over to try to put pressure on him. It's a misplaced pass into Kyle Larin is who he was looking for.
Now was Johnson looking for Jonathan David. Just couldn't get there in time. Eustáquio. Davies once more isolated against Scally. Alphonso Davies into the area, trying to squeeze the shot in. And an incredible miss. It'll be a goal kick for Turner. Remember when he took over, Herdman, he was the 4th manager for Canada in 18 months. Had success in the women's game. There's no telling how that might translate. Of course, he led them to their first World Cup in 36 years, and now trying to end a trophy drought of more than 2 decades, but in a 2-0 hole. Ricochets for Tim Weah. Put into orbit by Miller. Balogun, first to arrive. Eustáquio's there. Balogun for Jedi Robinson. Squared in. Balogun on his left. Balogun! Saved inside the 6.
I mean, his movement off the ball. He's found himself covering about 30 yards of the width of the pitch with just his running. First combining on the right-hand side, stays with the play centrally, makes the run, the little combination play there with Jedi Robinson to get into space and ultimately force this corner kick.
Rifled into the edge of the 6. Larin was there to meet it. Struck on a volley by Weah. Kone. Osorio. Now Kennedy deep in his own half. Still done by Aronson, working against Jonathan David. De La Torre pouncing on the loose ball. It's Pulisic now against Alistair Johnson. Pulisic. Corner kick.
Good by the U.S. I mean, we've talked about the defensive responsibility of those two number 8s in midfield, and it's Brendan Aronson who's winning that challenge to regain possession, allowing Luca De La Torre to attack.
The U.S. captain standing over the ball. Inviting cross at the near post. Robinson there to redirect. It's kept out. And off the crossbar. Richards nearly had a second. It was tipped onto the crossbar. It's a fine save by Borjan.
And it's just about winning your duel. Kyle Larin just gets caught ball watching, flat-footed, and it's Chris Richards just rises high there. Almost finds his second of the night.
Outswinger, back post delivered by Pulisic. Knocked down, and point-blank Balogun denied. Still on for Robinson. And again, the Canadian keeper with a save. Looking to play it out quickly for Alphonso Davies.
Tell you what, Clint was talking about set pieces. Well, they're turning these set pieces into some real opportunities here, and Chris Richards just showing that he's an absolute danger man. Oh,
Balogun strong on the ball. Ultimately losing his balance on the challenge from Osorio. It'll stay U.S. ball. Now for Richards. Here's Walker Zimmerman. Change in shape for Canada, change in midfield for the United States, and the U.S. looking every bit as dangerous in this second stanza. Balogun denied his second, cleared off the line by Kennedy. Here's De La Torre. At his pocket pick, didn't hear the footsteps of Davies. Might not have mattered if he did. Here's Osorio.
It's a good step there by Richards. He doesn't win the ball, but he forces Canada to play negative. There's a big gap centrally because when Luca De La Torre loses the ball in possession there, he's not out of position, but that step by Chris Richards forces that first touch to go back negative and allow players to get back into position.
There's Davies. Heard from Nico Cantor at halftime. It's been a while since Alphonso Davies has done a full 90 to go back to early April, away to Freiburg in the Bundesliga. Promising for Jonathan David. Skies his effort.
It's a good spot that he picked up, though. Just in behind the midfield line, and it's the line-breaking pass. Catches it on a half turn, but if you're going to settle for these shots from distance, it's going to take something special to beat Matt Turner and goal. And from the U.S. standpoint, they'll be okay with this. And this is a look at that save on the goal line. Looks like it's Scott Kennedy who just has his body in positioning to block the second there from Balogun. But again, that play starts with a good whip ball in from Christian Pulisic to the back post, and it's Chris Richards heading it back into a dangerous area.
So Richards, who had never scored for the U.S., nearly had a second. Balogun, who had never scored for the U.S., nearly had his second. And now Davies loose on the near side. Scally scrambling back, squared in, and redirected out for a Canada corner.
Younes Musa just relishing that role as a number 6.
It's a rare Canadian corner. Your third. We tick toward the hour mark. Eustachio delivers. It's overhit. Matt Turner working on back-to-back clean sheets.
Well, this formational change hasn't proven to be very fruitful for Canada so far. 58 minutes into this game, and more importantly in the second half, you get a look at Tajon Buchanan. Looks like he's getting prepared to come on. Now, he is a player that could change the tide of this game because, like Timothy Weah for the U.S., player with pace that can be direct.
Davies once more against Joe Scally. Head up serving his options squared in, and there's Robinson. The throw for Canada.
It's twice now by Robinson.
Suddenly looking dangerous.
That's twice now that he's just stayed alert at the back post. Hasn't got caught ball watching, hasn't been caught falling asleep at the back post. Just staying sharp, staying aware. But as you said, Alphonso Davies starting to come to life a little bit more now.
So there'll be a trio of substitution. 3 players that started the semifinal against Panama will be checking in for this final. Tejan Buchanan, Sam Adekube, and Steven Vittoria, one of your old teammates at Philadelphia.
Yeah. But straight away, the introduction of Tejan Buchanan, now you have some real pace on both sides of the pitch.
Kennedy exits. He's replaced by Vittoria in the center back spot. Adekube in for Alistair Johnston.
Coming out of the nets, number 2,
And Buchanan taking over from Osorio.
Jonathan Osorio, and number 23.
One of the year by Wade.
Being replaced by number 3, number 5,
So a triple change from John Herdman with 30 minutes left in this final, and the U.S. leading by 2.
So one of the things about, you mentioned I played with Steven Vittoria, one of the things about him is has a good understanding of the game, reads the game well, and that has to lead his performance, because when you look at this matchup now, well, you talk about the runs that Balogun can make it behind. He's not a player that's blessed with pace, but he's clever in terms of his positioning and his communication. So that has to be spot on now, especially if you're playing in a back 4 and him being one of the center backs in that setup.
PJ Callahan will know him well. He was an assistant to Jim Curtin on that Philadelphia Union team. In fact, I got a little distracted in my research. I found that you and Vittoria started 5 games together as a center back tandem. This is way out. That's touched by Adekube. What were you doing playing center back in those days?
And
Starting to slow down?
I was going to kick on from there. Thought you were going to have the results of those games as well. Didn't want to hear that.
So Scouty to put it back in play. Here's Adekube. So Scally. Wonderful in traffic. Now Weah. Scally. And Adekube throwing his body in the way. De La Torre sneaking in behind, squared in, parried, and Pulisic was denied by Borjan. Gathered up by Jedi Robinson. A poor effort for Robinson. Strong header by Richards. Robinson a chance to atone. And he's whistled for the foul. Anthony Robinson, one of 3 Premier League defenders this last season to create at least 20 chances and over 235 recoveries. The others, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kieran Trippier. It's good company.
I was going to say.
The English top flight.
And some real good company there. Over the years, man, I'd love to see the way that he's grown.
Well, it appeared to be last touch by Scally.
From being a player a defender, a fullback who can get forward and contribute in attack, but then a player who relishes 1v1 duels. Didn't shy away from the 1v1 situations against Richie Laryea in that first half. When Alphonso Davies came to his side, same thing. He's become a player that you can rely on, and is one of the first names on the team sheet from a defensive standpoint for the U.S. national team now.
Zimmerman quick to react. Keep an eye on Jonathan David. David and Laren have had to make soup out of water in this one. They've not had much service. A long throw by Adekube. Knocked down by Davies. Weah's there, no nonsense clearance. It is very much about game management now for the U.S. Up 2 goals to 0 in the final. On the cusp of winning 3 consecutive CONCACAF trophies for the first time in team history. Miller. Switches on for Davies, and that's what they're looking for. Turner off his line and up to collect, manning his airspace. Went undrafted into Major League Soccer, did Matt Turner. Now, without question, the USA's #1. Maria read the intention from Christian Pulisic. Eustachio.
I mean, if you just look at the spacing between of how compact the U.S. is trying to make things from their front line to their center back line. It's no more than about 35 yards, and that's why Canada's found it so hard to find the little gap they're trying to look for to either play inside to Jonathan David, who's one of the 2 strikers who's popping off more times than not. The 2 in midfield at times, Eustachio and Kone will drop deep to try to invite the pressure on from Brendan Aronson and Luca De La Torre to try to create that little gap in behind, but they haven't found too much joy.
The low-driven cross into the area. Robinson there to intercept. This is Kone. Davies. Looking to the wide spot of the 18. Pulled back by Adekugbe. Lauren, and Richards denies him. Followed up by Kyle Larin is over the crossbar.
That's a big chance. Massive chance there for Kyle Larin, and he knows that he's got to do better there. Does well with the first attempt. So gets cut back here from Adekugbe. Just keeps it on target, but then the second attempt on his favored right foot just can't react quick enough to get the strike on target from that distance. You expect him to try to find the back of the net.
Strikes me that lessons were learned from that 2-0 defeat to Canada in Hamilton in World Cup qualifying. A very different approach from the Americans in this contest. An effective one. Less possession, more efficiency. Changes coming for the U.S., and it's Johnny Cardozo checking in for his 7th international cap. He'll replace Aronson in midfield. More of a defensive profile for Johnny Cardozo, and this is right in line with that game management moment from a second ago. What did you make of Brendan Aronson's performance?
You know, so when we started the game off, I talked about he has big shoes to fill, and Weston McKennie, he didn't have to fill them the same way. I think that they found different outlets to contribute a lot more in the attack. I think he still found his moments when he made runs into the box, whether it's making runs at the near post or little trailing runs. But I thought where he did contribute in a big way was defensively. Drifting out wide, especially in that first half, to help out defensively against Alphonso Davies. And overall, he can walk off the pitch satisfied with the performance he put out there.
Buchanan trying to help him walk off the pitch a little quicker. Pulisic standing up for his teammate. But there are 2 lessons learned from that semifinal against Mexico. 4 red cards in that game. It's the reason that neither Dest or Weston McKennie are in this one. This is Adekugbe. Given space and time to consider his options. Finds Davies. Driving at Scally. Eustachio is dispossessed. De La Torre. Into space for Weah. Even Vittorio was there to play it out. First 2 games in charge for B.J. Callahan as the interim coach. He became the first American to debut with a win against Mexico in nearly a century. to go all the way back to 1934. He's about to win a trophy. The U.S. can hold on. Robinson. Even with the introduction of Johnny Cardozo, Musa stayed the deepest of the central midfielders. At the moment, it looks like a 4-2-3-1 for the Americans and a double pivot. Musa and Johnny.
Almost. Yeah, and then I think that's Johnny Cardozo comes in. He's more of a defensive-minded midfielder.
Broken up by Robinson. First touches for Johnny. Switch for Tim Weah on the near side. Davies. It's a strong challenge from Villatore. It's Tim Weah pulling the strings. Pulisic on his right. Needs an opening. Christian Pulisic. It's denied by Vitoria.
Balogun wanted that one a little bit earlier. He wanted that. He started pointing where he wanted the ball from Timothy Weah. At the end, he chooses to play it wide to Christian Pulisic coming in off that left-hand side.
'28th cap for Matt Turner, working on his 18th shutout. Maybe couldn't bring that under his spell.
I mean, it has just not been their night. Just take a look at that opening goal, first in your career at the international level, and what a time for it to come for Chris Richard. And then Balogun, Folarin Balogun, same thing. Good running off the ball, good strength to hold off the center back, and then from that distance, good luck to you. Doesn't matter what keeper's in goal. Hits that so well and clean at the near post to double the lead for the U.S. and to open his campaign for the U.S. more importantly.
Hustle and flow.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you did there.
It's good pressure applied. Ball allowed to bounce. Dangerous proposition, Kone. Maybe misjudging that bounce. Robinson working his way forward. Balogun. Pulisic for Balogun, who sneaks in behind. Fuller and Balogun dancing over the ball. Pulisic into the area. The chance gone at the last moment. Boyan was closing down.
Adekube does just enough because the running off the ball here, and it's Christian Pulisic again. His instincts just guide him into this positioning here, and he picks up the scraps, gets a good first touch out of his feet, and maybe just a little bit too heavy because that allows Adekube to come back into the play and get just a toe there to put it out for a corner kick for the U.S.
That ball has been the difference. 10 out of 15 shots for the U.S. have come from set pieces. And here's another. Driven to the near post. Vitoria was rising to meet it. Collected by Weah. Laurenz not quite cleared Zimmerman. Pulisic. Again, Laurenz. And still Canada not able to clear their lines. This is Christian Pulisic.
This is so good by the U.S. to be relentless. Not allow Canada to clear their lines whatsoever. And look at this. Look who's lining up to come on.
Talk about players with confidence. After scoring against Mexico in the semifinal, Ricardo Pepi scored in 3 straight games for the U.S. Davies, he's so quick to get past Scally.
But look at that commitment defensively from
Timothy
Weah. Absolute sprint back.
Well, it's Scally who's down after a collision with Davies. You're absolutely right. Not shunning his defensive responsibility. Timothy Weah, here's a second look.
And you can tell this is by design. They're saying, listen, we know how good this man is, probably the best player in this region. in Alphonso Davies. We're not letting him go 1v1 if we don't have to. We're going to be committed. We're going to be collected. It wasn't just Timothy Weah, by the way, and Joe Scally. Just behind them, Younes Musa, playing as one of the defensive midfielders, seeing the threat, seeing the danger. He started to shade over to that side. So Alphonso Davies picks his head up. He's seeing a 1v3 scenario here.
So changes in attack for both sides, as two number 9s will be checking in. Balogun will be replaced by Ricardo Pepi. It's a like-for-like substitution we saw in the semi-final. And Pepi, who had a decision to make about which national team he would represent when he scored against the loser in that debate, in that semi. Balogun comes off after scoring his first goal for the U.S. in his second appearance.
Well, we didn't have to wait long, did we?
Thankfully.
So much excitement, so much hype, and he rewards his fan base in just his second appearance. Oh, and by the way, it's in a final.
So Lucas Cavallini checking in for the Canadians. As he replaces Kyle Larin. Here's Pulisic on the near side now. It's a clever ball into the middle. Broken up by Vittoria, who had to sprint into action. Quarter of an hour remains. Canada have one sub and one window left to make any further changes.
You know, it's sometimes about reading the room. Joe Scally's still off the pitch. If I'm Canada, it's Younes Musa who's sliding in as a pseudo right back for the moment. I'm swinging the ball to this side. I'm trying to get Alphonso Davies on the ball to run at Younes Musa. Create a 2v1 on this left-hand side. See if he can find some joy in that matchup.
Here's Adekugbe. Alphonso Davies given space to deliver across. Canada applying the pressure is Tajon Buchanan. And possession short circuits as Robinson was there to break it up. To throw for the U.S., there'll be a no rush to take it.
Tajon Buchanan, I haven't said his name in a while.
It's the first time, I think. So a change in the fence coming up for the Americans, and it's the introduction of Austin Trusty. Knocked down by Pepi. Confident touches from Ricardo Pepi. But Canada have won it back, and it's at the feet of Alphonso Davies. Adekugbe on the near side. Scally working here against Davies. Lapse in concentration, a rare one. And it's last touch by Adekugbe. The Americans have another throw near side. This will allow that change as Trusty prepares to check in. And it's Joe Scally who will make way. He's had a tough assignment today, Scally, but he's passed with flying colors.
Yeah, I think he's done really well. I think he's done really well. It was a matchup that was always going to be an important one in this match in terms of dictating how this game would get played. And I think he stood tall, won his duels when he needed to, slowed down the play, ultimately done a decent enough job of not letting Alphonso Davies have the impact that I think most people anticipated, and I'm sure John Herdman expected out of him.
Meanwhile, Trusty, who's in the books at Arsenal, spent the season on loan at Birmingham. He was Birmingham Supporters Player of the Season. Had a long campaign in the championship. He played 44 games across all competitions. Broken up, one back by De La Torre. Took his shoulder to find Ricardo Pepi there. And Pepi coming back for it, laying it off Pulisic. Larrea blew it all up.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made that there's a foul there on Pulisic, and
Pulisic's on the ground. It's a yellow card for time wasting to Johnny Cardozo, who kicked the ball away. First American booked in this final.
So the U.S. actually, with the introduction of Austin Trusty, it's looking more like a 5-back now.
Bit of a slack pass, initially from Weah. Turner cleaned it up.
It's looking more like a 5-back now with him sliding in as a left center back, alongside Walker Zimmerman, Chris Richard, and then Timothy Weah playing as that right wing back.
Miller, long switch doesn't quite come off for the Inter Miami man. That makes sense, by the way, Mo, because Trusty, 48 games in all competitions this past season, played 48 of the 50 for Birmingham, and most of that was on the left side of a center-back trio. And so put into a familiar position now for the U.S.
And that's the play there that I was saying. There's a claim for it to be a foul there on Christian Pulisic. Johnny Cardozo kicks the ball away. That's why he earned the yellow card.
And now a yellow for Matt Turner for time wasting.
I'll take that. No problem.
Less than 10 minutes remain of normal time. Here's Jonathan David. Challenged by De La Torre, who's whistled for the foul. Quickly restarted for Adekube. A wonderful line-splitting pass from Adekube. It's broken up by Weah.
And every time you think, if you're a Canada fan, every time you think that you've created that little bit of edge, as you said, that's a great ball in, and then it's a heavy touch from David. Just coughs up possession.
How about the defensive work once more from Tim Weah, though? He spent most of the season playing as a fullback for Lille on the right and left side.
I mean, he's been excellent these two games on both sides of the ball.
Lifted in for Kone, arriving in the area, laying it off. And broken up by Younes Musa, who's been popping up in all sorts of places. Protecting that back line. Corner number 4 for Canada. Eustachio calibrates. Musa again.
Set pieces have been poor for Canada. The U.S. has been a strength for them.
So good delivery to the back post. Zimmerman was there, and it's opened up nicely for Johnny Cardozo. Pepe. Christian Pulisic. Buchanan is swarmed as Pepe nearly won it back. A good escape trick from Tajon Buchanan. Kone. Tight, compact lines in defense for the United States, defending deep, defending well. And Musa breaks it up once again, denying Buchanan. The fans here ready to celebrate.
As they should be. 6 minutes and some change to go here, and
it's catapulted into the box. Richards, omnipresent.
It's been a really encouraging, another encouraging performance from the U.S.
Lorea is dispossessed by Ricardo Pepi, who's out there hunting. De La Torre fighting through it. Going back. Lorea into the area. Square back for Davies, and again it's Robinson to the rescue for the U.S.
I'm telling you, he has been sharp back there. As the weak side fullback, at times you can get caught up in the moment, whether it's, and I'll finish this thought in a second, whether it's in the moment, you can get caught up ball watching, lose sight of your man.
Eustachio against Timothy Weah. Lifted to the heart of the area. Taken away by Cardozo.
Today he's done none of that. He's put out fires, come to the aid of his other defensive partners back there.
It's impressive the way that the U.S. is covered for each other. Adekube. And defending deep with keeping the Canadians at arm's length. As Davies sneaks into the 18. Richards closing down just in time. Goal kick for Turner.
Every time they think they get an advantage, as you said, it's someone covering the other one. Alphonso Davies finally gets in behind, thinks, let me pick my head up and pick this pass, and it's Chris Richards coming over, doing a good job of just putting his body in front and gets a little bit of fortune as it ricochets back off of Alphonso Davies, and you see his reaction straight away, screaming to the fans, pure joy at this moment, and rightfully so. When you start talking about the numbers and how you assess these games, possession is always a stat people look at. Well, that's of no concern to the U.S. Yes, Canada's had 60% of possession, but in this moment, it's the U.S. daring them to break them down. They found no joy. You look at the XG, which is even another metric that dictates how games go. The U.S. have done a good job of keeping Canada to a 0.43, whereas they have a huge advantage with 1.97 in terms of expected goals. It's pretty accurate as they're up 2-0.
You lost me the decimal points, but it sounded impressive. Here's Lorea. Again, the U.S. covering well in defense. Pulisic now pulling the strings. Buchanan giving chase. And Lorea, who clatters into the U.S. captain. Free kick for the Americans.
It's Tejan Buchanan who's doing the tracking back there. Richie Lorea comes in at the end, and that's who Christian Pulisic's able to draw the foul off of.
Without Weston McKennie, without Serginho Dest, without Tyler Adams, without automatic starters on this national team against a Canadian side that was the class of World Cup qualifying not too long ago. Put into work by Victoria. Adekube did well to control. This is David. Just gets away from him, and Walker Zimmerman takes advantage.
What I like about this U.S. performance is they've shown a flexibility and adaptability. And against Mexico, they dominated with the ball, without the ball. They absolutely just annihilated them with the tempo they set, the energy, the combativeness of that match, matching the intensity.
Stadio drives it in. Richards is everywhere.
In this game, they got the goals they needed. They've created some clear-cut chances to find a third and potentially a fourth goal in this game. But it's the defensive work, the defensive shape, the way that they've defended collectively and individually.
Adekube. This is Davies on his right. Dancing around the challenger, Johnny Cardozo, and there was Jedi Robinson. A long way away from that left wing back spot, but right where he had to be. Final change for John Herdman. Junior Hoylett, the 33-year-old, did check in. You know, is that Pulisic who was down for the U.S.?
Yeah, he sat down straight away.
Hoylett will replace Steven Eustachio.
You hope it's just a spell of cramp, because himself and this entire team, they put in an absolute shift. But he's back on his feet, so all's good.
This is Davies from a long way out. It's a long way off. He's been a warrior for Canada. He's been trying to do it by himself, collectively, individually, driving at defenders, but he has been frustrated.
Yeah, just has not been, I was going to say his day, but it hasn't been their day. Kyle Laurenz subbed off, didn't have much of an impact, especially in the second half. Jonathan David just have not really had a sniff of goal. And I mean, if my memory serves me right, in the second half, the shots that the U.S. have had to face have been from distance.
Which is rare because it's a Canada team that scores all of their goals, takes all of their shots from inside the 18. 10 shots today. Only one of those have been inside of 14 yards. Here's Pepe. Cardozo dispossessed, clattered into by Oile, who just checked in. Adekugbe, 5 minutes added on. 5 minutes from glory. 5 minutes from back-to-back Nations League trophies. It's a minimum 5. Miller. Richards sprints out to meet Adekugbe. Canada have a corner kick. And a chance maybe to half the deficit. It's the left foot of Alphonso Davies. Also a little bit 6, and it's Robinson who met it. The foul whistled and a free kick for the United States. He's had a big part to do with this would-be victory. Giovanni Reina assisting both goals in the opening half.
He's played these two games like he's had a point to prove. He's been inspired. He's been, and then there's the scene in the game against Mexico where he's fired up and he's trying to get the crowd going. Just been a joy to watch, and I think we got to see a real glimpse of what this guy can bring to this team, especially from a central position. What that does now is for BJ Callahan, or excuse me, now for Greg Berhalter, when he assumes control of this team again, well, he's got some real options in that midfield.
Remember BJ Callahan telling us about challenging Gio to be more active defensively as a way of getting involved in the game, not feeling like he has to drop back to collect and being the only way he can stay engaged, but through his defensive responsibility, staying locked in. This is Davies once more.
Just another little meandering run and trying to create something from a solo effort. And listen, this U.S. team has gone from strength to strength. It's been a joy to be able to see their progression, to see their growth, to get to this point. You know, we had the pleasure of covering them in the Nations League, and that was kind of an announcement to the world, to this region, that, hey, we want to be more than just talented kids. We want to be more than kids who have potential. We want to show that we can go out in the biggest moments and have success. When there's a trophy on the line, we will rise to the occasion. And I mean, I think back to that last Nations League, you can see the goal early on against an experienced Mexico side and still find a way to come back and show character to get back into this game. Fast forward to this edition of it. If this match finishes out how it is now, that's 2 clean sheets. 2 clean sheets against, you know, your biggest 2 rivals in this region. You've won these games in 2 different styles, 2 different ways.
Lifted in once more by Davies. The last gasp of a lost cause for Canada.
But both ways were convincing. I think this team is showing and giving this country, this fan base, a reason to be incredibly excited. And now it sets the stage for, can they make it 2 for 2 again this summer by lifting this trophy and then in a quick turnaround going for that Gold Cup as well.
Alphonso Davies, everything going through his feet at the moment for Canada. Adekugbe. Davies slid off by Miller. Jonathan David delivered back post, and Buchanan late to arrive as time ticks away for the Canadians.
It's finally a little bit better sequence here, and Jonathan David finally gets into an advanced position it's a square ball, and that's where you want Tejan Buchanan to be attacking, to be anticipating at that back post, maybe just hit a little bit too hard and trying to pick him out. Too little, too late anyway.
It was in the first edition of this competition that this core group of U.S. internationals started to believe they could do something really special. That came following the disappointment of the 2018 World Cup. But it's back-to-back Nations League trophies. A trophy that has had only one name etched into it, and that is the United States. For the first time ever, 3 straight CONCACAF titles. Canada 2, USA 0. And the first ever international goals for Richards and Balogun. Mo, you're all smiles.